Taking time to relax and renew is essential to living well. When practiced regularly, restorative yoga can help to heal the effects of chronic stress. The antidote to stress is relaxation. To relax is to rest deeply by putting the body in a comfortable position with gentle attention directed towards the breath. Restorative yoga poses help relieve the effects of stress, of chronic stress, by firstly using props to provide a completely supportive environment for total relaxation. Secondly, the restorative yoga sequence is designed to move the spine in all directions using back bends, forward bends, and twist. Thirdly, the sequence includes an inverted pose which reverses the effects of gravity. Fourthly, restorative yoga alternately stimulates and soothes the internal organs. And finally, restorative yoga teaches that the body is permeated with life energy. The yoga props you'll need are a yoga mat, 2 yoga blocks, a bolster, and 2 blankets. Let's begin with 8 rounds of 4, 7, 8 part breathing exercise. This is where you'll inhale on a 4 count, hold the breath for a 7 count, and then making a whistle mouth, you'll exhale on an 8 count. Let's begin. One more time. And now resume your breathing. When you open your eyes, if you're sitting on a chair, you can put your chair down to one side so you can set up the first pose, which is a supported back bend. But before we get into the back bend, we'll do some cat and cow and child's pose just to warm up the body. So when you come to your hands and knees, you can use a blanket to pad your knees. Keep your knees about hip distance apart with your knees under your hips. Keep your hands about shoulder distance apart with your wrist under your shoulders. We'll do 5 rounds of cat and cow. So all together, inhale please. On your exhale, pressing the floor with your palms, curling up your toes, rounding your back, you feel like your chin was starting to move towards your chest. On your inhale, you straighten out your toes, your chin starts to move up, slightly bending your elbows, you feel like you're looking up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, pressing the floor with your palms, curling up your toes, rounding your back, you feel like your chin was starting to move towards your chest. On inhale, you straighten out your toes, your chin starts to move up. Slightly bending your elbows, feel like you're looking up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, pressing the floor with your palms, curling up your toes, rounding your back, you feel like your chin was starting to move towards your chest. On inhale, you straighten out your toes, your chin starts to move up, slightly bending your elbows, you feel like you're now looking up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, pressing the floor with your palms, curling up your toes, rounding your back, you feel like your chin was starting to move towards your chest. On inhale, you straighten out your toes, your chin starts to move up, slightly bending your elbows, you feel like you're now looking up towards the ceiling. One more time. On your exhale, pressing the floor with your palms, curling up your toes, rounding your back, you feel like your chin was starting to move towards your chest. On inhale, you straighten out your toes, your chin starts to move up, slightly bending your elbows, you feel like you're now looking up towards the ceiling. Release, come back to neutral. Then you're going to rest in child's pose. Some of you may prefer to roll one of your blankets like this. Place the roll blanket between your legs like this. Try sitting on the roll blanket if you can. When you fold forward, some of you will stack your hands, resting your forehead on your hands, and softly close your eyes. The next inhale, you lift your head up, you slowly bring yourself back to your hands and knees. And now you set up yourself for your first long held pose, which is a supported back bend. This is where you'll use one of your blankets rolled up like this to support the back of your legs with. You'll use one of your blocks with a blanket to support your head with like this. And then a bolster to support your shoulders with like this. So this is what your setup looks like. Whenever you're ready, you begin by sitting down between the bolster and this roll blanket. Make sure this roll blanket is available to support the back of your knees with. Hold the bolster in place so you can gently lower your shoulder blades down to the bolster. And then very slowly start to lower your head to the block with the blanket behind you. You can use your hands to adjust the block and the bolster, and then softly close your eyes. Okay. You're going to hold this pose for about 10 minutes. Okay. So allow yourself to make any adjustment if you need to, so that you can get as comfortable as you can. Some of you, if you have a eye pillow, you prefer to use an eye pillow to cover your eyes with. This will help you get into a deeper state of relaxation. And as you're starting to settle down in this pose, just bring your awareness back to your breath. Allow your breath to help you stay present with what's shifting and changing for you in this long held pose. Allow your breath to help you relax into this long held pose. have an eye pillow, you can put your eye pillow down to one side. When you open your eyes, bend your knees. You can push the rolled blanket away with your feet like this. And whenever you're ready, taking your time, slowly roll to one side. Place one of your hands on the bolster like this, so you can slowly try to bring yourself back up to a seated position. Nice and easy, please. After that supported back bend, you prepare to transition into a supported forward bend. This is where you can sit on a folded blanket to slightly elevate your sit bones. You're going to need your 2 blocks and your bolster for this supported forward bend. When you sit on your blanket, bend your knees, bring your heels together. Take one of your blocks and place it between your feet like this. Take your bolster, rest it on the block like this. Some of you will need a second block to support your head with. Take the flesh of your buttocks, move them away. On your next inhale, you look up, you'll take your arms over your head. On your exhale, when you fold forward, lead with your chest. Grip your bolster with both hands. As you keep bending your elbows, as you keep tilting your pelvis forward, allow your forehead to softly come to rest on the block. Halfway through this pose, some of you may decide maybe you're fine exactly where you are. Some of you may consider lowering that block that's supporting your bolster with. As you keep bending your elbows, as you keep tilting your pelvis forward, allow yourself to slowly keep folding deeper into the pose. Time is up, so your next inhale, you lift your head up. Use your hands to roll your back up. And then feel like you're trying to bring your head up last. Take your block, your bolster, put it down to one side. Use your hands to bring your knees together. And then see if you can slowly straighten out one leg, slowly start to straighten out one. See if you can flex and point your toes. And then see if you can circle your toes going in one direction. And then switch the directions of these circles going in the opposite direction. Okay. After that supported forward bend, we transition to a supported twist. Okay. This is where you place your bolster in the middle of your mat like this. Shift your knees to one side of your mat like this, your bolster one side. Use one of your blankets between your knees and your feet like this. Whenever you're ready, bring the bolster close to your hips. Place your hands on the other side of the bolster. And you start your twist and turn towards your bolster. You start to walk your hands up in front of you, turning your head to the side of your knees, and then softly close your eyes. Time is up, so open your eyes, bring your head back to center. And once again, using your hands, try to roll your back up. Feel like you're bringing your head up last. You do the twist on the other side. So take your blanket, put it the other side of your mat. Use your hands to lift your hips up and shift your knees, your feet to the other side of your mat, please. Whenever you're ready, you slip that blanket between your knees, your feet like this. Bring the bolster close to your hips like this. Whenever you're ready, placing your hands on the other side of the bolster, you start your twist and turn towards your bolster. And as you're trying to walk your hands in front of you, feel like you're trying to drape your chest over the bolster, turning your head to the side of your knees, and then softly close your eyes. hands up, so open your eyes, bring your head back to center. And once again, using your hands, you try to roll your back up. You feel like you're bringing your head up last. Whenever you come back to center, take your bolster, put it down to one side. And then you're going to prepare yourself for what's known as legs up the wall. This is where you can use a blanket to pad your back for. This is what your setup will look like. You place your mat close to the wall like this. Okay? Some of you may prefer to use a folded blanket to support your head with. Whenever you're ready, you begin by sitting close to the wall with your knees bent like this. And whenever you're ready, taking your time, slowly start to lower your back down to mat. Use your hands to turn your body around so your legs basically come up the wall. Okay. If your hamstrings are tight, you may want to keep a slight angle with your legs at the wall. Begin by just shifting your body around from one side to the other. Feel like you're trying to find that sweet spot in this pose. If you have an eye pillow, you may want to put your eye pillow on to help you get into a deeper state of relaxation. You can keep your arms by your side, your palms are facing the ceiling, and try and relax into this pose. palm is up. So you can take your eye pillow if you have one, put it down to one side. You open your eyes, you start to bend your knees. And slowly roll to one side, resting your head on that arm on that side. Place your palm in front of your heart like this. Using that arm, trying to bring your head up last. You slowly bring yourself up to seated position. Now do supported child's pose. This is where once again you can use a blanket to pad your knees with. Keep your knees about hip distance apart. You can use a roll blanket to sit on. So place the roll blanket between your legs like this. Take your bolster, place it between your knees like this. On your next inhale, you look up, you take your arms up your head. On your exhale, when you fold forward, lead with your chest, bring your palms to your mat. And as you're starting to walk, your hands are in front of you. Feel like you're draping your chest to the bolster, turning your head to one side, and softly close your eyes. Halfway through this pause, you turn your head to the other side. time is up, so open your eyes, bring your head back to center. And once again, using your hands, you try to roll your back up. You feel like you're bringing your head up once. Whenever you come back to center, take your bolster, put it down to one side. Place that rolled blanket to one side. Shift your hips to one side of your heels. You can slowly start to bring one leg out in front of you. Slowly bring the other leg in front of you. And then once again, see if you can flex and point your toes. And then see if you can circle your toes going in one direction. And then switch the directions of these circles going then in the opposite direction. Now you're going to prepare yourself for your final relaxation. This is where you can use a blanket to support your back work. Some of you will use a full blanket to support your head with like a pillow. You can use your bolster to support the back of your knees with like this. If you relax in your back, you try and make yourself now as comfortable as you can. You begin by just shifting your body around from one side to the other. If you're keeping your legs straight, allow your toes to simply fall away from each other. Keep your arms wide, your palms are facing the ceiling. Your eyes are softly closed. Time is up. So open your eyes. Bring your legs together. Take both your arms over your head and give yourself this long stretch. Now bend both your knees. Bring your feet to your bolster. Push the bolster with your feet. And whenever you're ready, you roll to your right side, resting your head on your right arm. Place your left palm on the floor in front of your heart. And using your left arm first, trying to bring your head up last. You slowly bring yourself up to seated position. You bring your hands together at your heart. Namaste.